future.
Hi, in a recent Q&A session that we did on healthy early morning routines, I was alarmed to see quite a few answers mentioning the usage of tea bags. So I thought I should go ahead and make a video and share my thoughts on why we shouldn't be using tea bags. So here it is. Usage of tea bags is concerning mainly because of two reasons. One, we are harming our own body, and two, we are also harming the environment. Well, I guess we will all agree to a fact that none of us like putting plastic into our body, and most of us do not like putting plastic into the environment, right? But unfortunately, this is exactly what we are doing when we use a tea bag. According to a recent research by McGill University, which has tested a couple of popular tea bag brands, has come up with a study stating that one single tea bag can release up to 11.6 billion microplastics and 3.1 billion nanoplastic into the hot cup of tea that you want to cherish whenever you immerse the tea bag. Well, these particles are being released from the materials that are used to make the tea bags. Some tea bag companies use materials like food grade nylon or PVC to make the tea bags look more fancy or mesh-like, while some tea bags are still made up of paper, but they use a chemical called polypropylene to seal the tea bags. So polypropylene, PVC or food grade nylon, these are the materials that can release these micro and nano plastic materials. So now you are ending up consuming these materials even without your knowledge, and you are also posing threat to the environment because these materials cannot be recycled or decomposed. So once you throw it even in compost pits or just like that in environment, you are posing a threat to the environment. So you're harming your body and you're harming the environment by the usage of plastic, knowingly or unknowingly. Tea in its actual sense is supposed to be a very good immune booster and has a lot of antioxidant properties. But what are we doing? We end up consuming tea from the tea bags, which is usually processed and filled with a lot of chemicals and flavors. Many tea bags, especially the paper tea bags, are coated with a chemical called epichlorohydrin, which is a pesticide and a potential carcinogen. And we also always look out for tea bags which has flavors, right? The lemon flavored one, chamomile flavored, lemongrass flavored, and so on. So all these again are chemicals in terms of artificial flavoring agents. So we are consuming carcinogens, chemicals, pesticides and plastic when we are taking tea bags instead of the fresh tea leaves. So let's just make this comparison. When we have fresh tea leaves, or when we make tea from the fresh tea leaves, we are compounding our body with antioxidants and immune boosting compounds. But when we consume tea bags, well, I'm talking about the most of the tea bag companies, we are consuming plastic, pesticides, chemicals and artificial flavors. Now, what is it that we actually want while drinking a cup of tea? I agree and understand that using tea bags can be more convenient, less messier and much faster, but we all have to weigh our options right. It's health versus convenience. So let's look at some of the best alternatives for tea bags. There is no better alternative to tea bags than buying loose tea leaves. So how do we use these loose tea leaves? One, you could use a steel ball, a steel tea ball. It acts like a tea infuser wherein you could place all the leaves and then put them in hot water, and that will also act like a strainer and infuser. And then you could use cotton cloth, a clean cotton cloth. You could wrap these leaves in the cotton cloth, tie it at one end and then dip the clean cotton cloth with the green leaves into the hot water. So again, it acts as a natural infuser and a strainer. And three, you could also let those loose tea leaves simmer in boiling water and then use a strainer and strain your tea. So these are the several ways, some of the ways in which you can use the loose green tea leaves and get the maximum benefit out of them. Some of the other alternatives that you shouldn't be even thinking of are like the tea sticks, tea pigs or teapots that are being launched recently. So you get like a stick that you can dip it in hot water that also acts like a strainer because it comes with holes and it will let all the nutrients infuse, but it is also infusing the plastic and other chemicals along with it, because at the end of the day it is also made with plastic or paper, which is again coated with a plastic for sealing, right? So all these tea sticks, tea pigs or teapots, all these things are again harmful and are infusing your body with chemicals and pesticides. So stay away from anything that is processed, artificial or packaged. Try to buy in loose green leaves and strain them using a strainer or a steel tea ball or a cotton cloth like I just mentioned. I hope this information was useful, and if you want to contact us regarding skin, hair and body concerns or holistic well-being, you can write to us on info@dnskinclinic.in or reach to us on our social media handles. Until then, you guys stay healthy and stay happy.